Hi, I'm Ken Sherman, Senior Editor here at CNET.com. Today we're going to take a first look at the Sony Ericsson C902. This is a 5-megapixel camera phone. It's part of the CyberShot series. It brings all those great camera features that you saw in previous CyberShot phones, and it is 5 megapixels, of course, so that is one of the higher ones Sony Ericsson has done. It has a pretty slim design. It comes in a nice red color. It also comes in bronze and silver and a couple other colors. I like the silver stripes around the edges. It's kind of a nice touch. Has a very slim design, fits nicely in the hand, has a very solid feel. For as thin as the phone is and for compact it is, actually feels a little heavier than you might think, but that does give the phone a very sturdy construction, so really like how it feels in the hand. Main display is nice. It's pretty big, it's very bright and vibrant. Sony Ericsson usually does a good job with its displays, so this is no exception. The menu system is easy to use. It's standard Sony Ericsson design. You can get it in list or icon features, or you can get one icon on the page at a time that you flip through. The navigation controls are nice. Actually, Sony Ericsson can trip up with that once in a while, but the toggle is square. It's pretty good size, very tactile. It's raised above the surface of the phone, and I like how big the OK button is in the middle. So even somebody with larger hands like me, no problem using it. Surrounding it are two soft keys, dedicated talk and end keys. Sony Ericsson typically hasn't done a lot of those dedicated talk and end keys. The addition of them doesn't make a huge difference. Some people might like it. Below that is a dedicated shortcut button. It launches a shortcut menu that you can program, and then there's a clear button. These controls are just a tiny bit cramped. They're very tactile, so rubbing your finger over them, you could use them by feel. It will be a personal choice, though. Same thing goes with the keypad buttons. They're also very tactile, and they are raised above the surface of the phone, but they also felt just the tiniest bit cramped. Also, the backlighting could just be a little bit brighter. But overall, this is a nice design here in the front. On this side, there's the jack, which accommodates the charger, any USB kind of USB cable, and a wired headset if you have one. It is a proprietary connection, like Sony Ericsson always does, and having one port means you can only use one peripheral at a time. Here on this side, there's a volume rocker, and above that is the camera button. The volume rocker, I wish it was located on the top of the phone, because typically when I'm used to that, I'm used to this finger or this finger, whatever side it's on, activating the volume, and I have to move down and kind of go like that. So it just felt a little uncomfortable. You'll probably get used to it eventually, but was wondering why Sony Ericsson did that. I think it's because of the camera ergonomics, but really this is a phone, so I think the phone ergonomics should take priority in that sense. You might notice there's no camera lens. You might be looking for it. To find it, you just slide the phone open like that. It's nice because it keeps the camera lens protected, won't get scratched or anything like that, and also when you slide the phone, it automatically starts the camera. So there's a camera lens, there's a flash, and there's a self-portrait mirror, so it comes fully equipped. Of course, you use the display as the camera viewfinder, and what I really liked is there are several lighted icons that appear around the border. They're actually touch controls. They give a little bit of a vibration feedback, so you can access all sorts of things like change the scene, turn the flash on and off, go to photo view mode, activate the self timer. So nice to see that. Also, you can use these keys to manipulate the inner camera menus as well. So very nice interface with the camera, very easy to use. Really like these lighted icons. It just puts a lot of information at your fingertips, and it doesn't resemble a phone that's just trying to be a camera in that sense. Things that I don't like about the camera is the flash wasn't very bright. I was a little bothered that there wasn't any settings for the flash beyond auto and off. It would be nice to have always on, so you could fool the camera and make sure you're using it all the time, or red eye reduction or anything like that. So on a camera phone this stocked, I really wish it would have those features. It does have panorama mode and has all sorts of features like white balance and spot metering, and so everything you might find in a standalone camera. Other features, Bluetooth, it has a generic music player. It's a lot like a normal Walkman player, but it just doesn't have the W Walkman name to it, but it's pretty much the same thing. It also has organizer features, a speakerphone, messaging, so everything you might expect on a phone like this. Getting photos off the phone was easy. You can use a USB cable, you can message them off the phone, or you can use the memory stick micro slot, which is located behind the battery cover, and the battery cover also is just a little bit difficult to get off. Call quality is pretty good. Sound is a little distorted at the higher volumes. Photo quality was interesting. It wasn't exactly what I wanted. Colors were bright. There was a little bit of image noise around some of the smaller objects you saw in a picture, and also some images looked a tiny bit washed out. But it's still pretty good though, but maybe not quite what I expect from a 5-megapixel camera phone. I'm Ken Sherman, and this is the Sony Ericsson C902.